Welcome everybody back to Phandalin. This is session 6 for Ekko, Isabella, and Lantz. In session 5, the party or the story began rather with Isadora bartering with the apothecary Revlin Rodros, in which we kind of established that Isadora was a regular in the town. You'd interacted with Revlin plenty, and you had some kind of pre-established relationship with Revlin, being the only person who's actually from this town. And Ekko had written to Great Boletaria's Order of the Crimson Rite, reporting that they were unable to capture the Oracle, sending very detailed sketches. I believe you'd rolled like a 25, if I recall. It was something super high. 25, yeah. Sending detailed sketches and an account of what was experienced to the Order. And afterwards, they had joined Isadora and bartered with the apothecary. And Ekko, I believe you were trying to obtain explosives, which Revlin was able to hook you up with. And he had told you, if you're accompanying Isadora, the two of y'all would kind of have to work on this one together. But it was definitely cheaper to sell you the parts than the product.
Right.
And in exchange for those components at a discount, y'all had promised to investigate Revlin Rodros' cousin Dierna's expedition. Afterwards, Lance was tailing some red brands.
Yeah,
and
sorry, they interrupt.
No, you're all good. Go on.
Yeah, I was tailing them and I got recruited or sent on a job to fight like a water monster.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. They did tell you that the ships were being attacked and that there was a storm that was sort of unusual. It sort of worked against the weather.
Oh, wait.
That was...
But then I was told by... I forgot who else told me it was a dragon that was there attacking things. I think it was the town mayor, or whatever his role is.
Oh, Harbin? Y'all did end up speaking to Harbin later on, so it's entirely possible. Yeah. I don't think the person that you spoke to gave you their name, or his name rather, but he did tell you that the job was exceedingly dangerous. If you went, you would have a small mercenary group that would accompany you. There would be no pay at all until the job was completed, but completion was essentially guaranteed entry, given that the job was like, they just didn't have the manpower to do it, but it was worth a lot to get it done. So they took on the job, as did many other people who took on the job. But as far as actually getting it done, that's another story. Now, in addition to that, Isadora had visited a tanner to commission, I believe, a wolf pelt cape. Is that right, Isadora? Was it a cape?
Yeah, like a fur. Yeah, a cloak.
Mm-hmm. A cloak. Okay, a cloak.
Or, yeah, think again, Game of Thrones or winter shit. Like.
Mm-hmm. And you had resolved to design a hearing aid for the tanner. And then afterwards visited the town clinic and showed your capability by providing healing potions you had produced. And the woman running the clinic had introduced herself as Rafaela and welcomed your help in the future because you proved yourself to be very competent. And while there, you had seen that Mazoon had been completely wrecked. He was still in recovery. And you were able to help a few other people. Afterwards, you all kind of regrouped. You all questioned the bartender about the red brands, who told you that the red brands, they basically showed up in the middle of a crisis and then didn't help anybody. They've just been sitting completely still in place as if waiting for something, but nobody seems to know what exactly they're waiting for. Harbin Wester, on the other hand, told you the red brands are waiting for him to give them legal authority like within the town, which is something he doesn't want to do because he's just like not comfortable with it. And in addition to that, he told you that the mountains are unseasonably freezing over in the east. There are cultist attacks over in Thunder Tree. He's still trying to rebuild the wall around the town, which has been an ongoing task for quite some time, and that there's plenty of oddities still occurring. No one really has a full understanding of what's going on. Other than that, reportedly, this has something to do with dragons. Lastly, the party made a final pit stop at Isadora's hut before heading towards the excavation site, because you were all planning to go check on Revelin Rodros' cousin Dearna. But you would very likely encounter orcs along the way, which was an exceedingly dangerous situation. And yeah, that's basically where we're at. So, we have all rested and recovered. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you are in Isadora's hut. Okay, great. So, what would you like to do today, this morning?
We're heading east, right?
Yes.
Yeah, towards the orcs. I guess we're gonna head east, right? We packed up. We got some rations. My last note is that we have 8 days of rations from Isadora, and
Yeah,
With
we
the-
go to the orcs.
Okay.
You have
With-
8 days of rations, okay.
Did the tanner tell me how long the thing would take?
Mm. Ooh, I don't remember. But I want to say it's pretty safe to say you come back like from like a several day travel, because like looking at the world map, where you guys are going to go is relatively far. Let me see, where is your hut? I thought we had actually marked it on the map.
I don't think I told the tanner I'm leaving, so I should probably tell them that, and that I'll be back for it.
Okay.
Just as a
Well-
side note, as
Well, you
as
had
we
been measured up already, I believe, right? You had visited the tanner, you got it commissioned, and in getting it commissioned, you would have been measured up and all that. As I recall, that was basically in just a like come back later status.
Oh, well then I would like to grab that before we leave.
Okay, I will say it wouldn't be ready overnight though.
Then
But
disregard that.
by the time y'all come back from your trip, so like let me put y'all on the map here so y'all can actually kind of see what you're dealing with. These are you, my friends. Here you are. So you are essentially traveling to. Give me 1 second. You are traveling to. You're going east. Map. Where is this place?
We're traveling like
You. Oh, okay. Actually, I take it back.
55
You are
miles.
traveling south. Ooh.
we're traveling south. I thought we were traveling east.
I thought you were traveling east too, but forgive me, I was wrong. You are actually traveling south to here. This is kind of back in the direction of where the Oracle's Cave was, but it is a bit further. Let me look at this map one more time before I canonically state this. Yeah, it's definitely a bit further west.
Wait, so we're going southwest?
Yes, we're moving down here to the tip of this mountain peak. Okay. Well, my apologies for that. In that case, you are not likely to be encountering orcs if you move this direction. Is this still of interest to you?
What What are we looking for? We're looking for someone's sibling.
You are investigating
Okay.
the. Pardon me. You are investigating Revlin Rodros, who is the apothecary. You are investigating his cousin's expedition. They should have returned by now, but they have not.
Dearna, right?
Yes, Diona.
Yeah, we can go do that.
Okay.
He did give us a discount, thinking we would probably help him sooner than later.
That's true. Okay, so give me 1 second. Let me just make sure.
So no orc encounters, probably.
Probably.
Yeah. We're not expecting it, I should say.
Probably. Alright, so let's make this.
Is it like hilly on the way there? Does the land look mostly flat?
No, I would say it's definitely sort of sporadic between plains. You're going to come across patches where it's more wooded. Even though there's no like large rivers on this map, I'd say you still come across plenty of springs and creeks that are fed by springs and so on. Is there anything you'd like to do during your travel?
As we pass by one of these watery places, I would like to approach the water and take out a flask I have acquired.
Okay. So you are, let's go ahead and say this will be like one afternoon. You know, as you are making your way through, you come by this lovely gladed, there's like plenty of shade, you know, there's like a lovely like beam of sunlight that kind of comes down on this one very green area where the moss has all sort of grown around this like patch of sunlight that makes it through the canopy. And you approach this water, and as it's running, you can tell this water spring fed. You can tell it's going somewhere, you know, it's running from somewhere. It's crystal clear. It's icy cold. What would you like to do here? The creek itself is definitely at least a few feet deep.
Okay.
And you can't quite see to the bottom, you know, once you get a little further out.
Okay. It's not like super, is it super fast flowing water?
Not super fast flowing water, but it's not stagnant.
Okay. Okay. I will, I'll just say, you know, we've been traveling all day. I think we could take a break here. It looks like a really great spot to stop and rest. So they go over and they're gonna get in the water.
Okay, so you are going. Let me move.
I'm gonna
you
follow.
over a little bit.
So they're just going to collect water.
I'm going into the water.
Oh, into the water. I'll keep an eye.
You just rode a little bit to kind of keep some of my clothes dry.
It's a great idea, friend. I will follow you.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm also going to walk into the water, but I'm going to stick my head in and under the water to get an idea of how sound is affected from underneath it, to kind of build this idea of how to help this deaf man hear.
Ooh.
Interesting. Okay, so you're gonna like undergo some empathy exercises, trying to get a grasp of like what the experience is like.
Yeah, and like how the sound moves, and like maybe, you know, like the elements of the waters will talk to me, and I'll like find a way to, I don't know, yeah, just experimentation. And
Okay,
every
so-
time she like pulls her head back up, she's gonna like jot in her notebook and then like stick her head back under again, you know, and like repeat that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's a fairly fair. It's becoming increasingly common now to see Isadora sort of do these like unusual and erratic things. And as you approach the side of this creek, Isadora, suddenly struck by inspiration, strolls over to the water's edge. And I assume you just dunk your head in, Isadora?
Yeah, and then like pick up some petals and then like dunk my head in and like throw the pebbles and like yeah, just play with the water and the sound waves underneath.
Yes, so very intentionally, she drops to all fours, dunks her head beneath the water, and begins sort of like slapping and patting the water as Ekko and Lantz, the two of you, are sort of left back here.
I kind of lean over to Lance and I say, she sure is a curious one, yes?
Reminds me of a baby.
Oh.
Okay, so Isadora, with your head beneath the water, the sound is very muted, and you're sort of paying attention to what you can hear, and you notice an ability to sort of hear like these, the kind of like bass of you slapping, without as much of the treble of it. And yet there are certain distinct sounds running through the water, like clicks and such, that you're able to detect very clearly. Kind of an interesting sensation.
Yes. The trouble's like, oh, I see. Oh, let me do one more time.
So, out of curiosity, what are you looking to glean from this exercise?
I'm trying to. Most people, the distinction between like sound as a noise versus like a feeling, like an effect, you know, that happens. Because like some people that are deaf, like they can still hear percussive things and like helps them with a sense of like depth and whatever. So it's like I'm just trying to scope it out and see the effects. Like, let me try this. Maybe he can feel a noise versus actually hearing it, you know?
Go ahead and roll me an alchemist tools check as you sort of like get to an understanding of this based on your foundation in alchemy. You're not quite a tinkerer,
25.
but you do know one. What'd you get?
25.
25. Oh, you got it. Is that a crit? No, 25. Okay, cool. So, yes, go ahead and put down one success towards your hearing aid as your understanding develops. And you can start making progress towards this. Okay. This is a beautiful stream. Doesn't seem like that bad of a place. Is there anything else y'all would like to do?
Can I get in the water and experiment?
Sure. What would you like to experiment with?
Ekko kind of steps into the water, takes out the flask, and then just holds it underwater. Does that do anything to the flask? Just holding it underwater?
Can you remind me of this flask?
Yes. So, you said the description was on it something is scribbled in goblin and there is a childlike illustration of a person underwater waving their arms.
Oh, right.
That's the description of it.
I remember this. You got this from one of the goblins.
Did.
Yes. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what it does.
Okay. So what are you doing exactly?
I just put it underwater to see if it changed at all when it touched water or was submerged.
The flask itself and
Yes.
like the liquid it contains?
The flask itself.
The flask itself, no, does nothing. It's wet now.
Okay.
It's maybe a little cleaner, a little less stinky, you know.
Okay.
Some of the goblin filth has been wiped away.
That's kind of nice. I take it out, open it up, and sniff it.
It doesn't smell that bad.
You said?
tastes okay. It tastes okay. And then suddenly you feel an itching sensation at your neck.
Oh no.
Oh, it's gills, isn't it?
Okay.
Reaching towards your neck, you feel 3 small slits on either side.
Oh. Oh, I was not expecting this. This is interesting. Is it getting harder to breathe?
No, it's not. But after a few moments, maybe like you only took a sip, so like maybe after like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, so kind of fades away.
Oh, this is. Do I see this?
Yes, you would see this because you're all sort of right there.
Do I
Ekko, are
see
you
it?
like standing in the water as you do this?
Yeah.
Okay, then sure, y'all. you can all watch as Ekko sort of like wades out into the water, and then like you see them fumbling sort of with this flask as they dunk it in the water, and then they give it a sniff and ultimately taste it. And
My friend! What have you done
yes.
here?
Oh, I'm experimenting with this thing that I found on the goblins we killed. It's I think it makes me into kind of a fish. Partially. I'm gonna take another sip, just a very small one, and go underwater.
Isadora zooms over and starts studying everything and like making more notes.
so as you take a sip, there's a few moments delay, but then again you feel that kind of itching sensation as as you develop organs on either side of your neck, and yeah, you actually are able to breathe underwater. And Isadora, peering carefully at it, you are able to assess this as well. Go ahead and make me an alchemist tools check, Isadora. Ooh, you know what? You know what would be really cool? You know how you're an alchemist, Isadora? You know how wizards can like copy spells into their spell books?
Yes.
It'd be cool if you could like reverse engineer like potion recipes, right? 'Cause then
Like,
your
yes.
potions become like something really interesting that you just want to collect, you know? Or just like learn.
That's not
Well-
a thing. Reverse engineering stuff. Is it out?
I mean, not in the mechanics, I don't think. But yeah, if as you're peering at this, it just occurs to me that like as Isadora's peering in and you sort of see these gills, because this water is very clear, right? And you can sort of see Ray breathing, or rather Ekko breathing under this water as they sort of function and push water through them.
Alchemy also is like transmutation and like giving to get, you know? So it's like,
Mhm.
it could be understood. Like, if she has the knowledge to create it, maybe she also has the knowledge to deconstruct as well.
Yep. Now, granted, because Ekko only took another sip, it's only going to last another like minute and a half. You know. So after a while, Ekko, you're going to sort of feel almost like a stifling feeling as the gills first stop functioning, and then after a few seconds begin to kind of mold back into your flesh.
Okay. I'm gonna, in this moment when I feel it starting to stifle, I'm gonna just take a big breath and see if I'm able to.
Like of air or of water?
I'm trying to find out. I'm
Look,
staying
is your
underwater.
you're underwater? Okay. So as
As
soon
I'm
as
starting to feel that stifling feeling underwater, I want to see how close I am to the spell ending. So I'm gonna try and take a big breath and just see what happens. Big breath of water.
so you like will yourself to take a breath. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution save, Ekko.
You got it. You got it.
As you like, and a massive gush of water fills your lungs.
Oh boy. Constitution, what's my con? Ooh, okay.
By the way, I rolled an 11 on that alchemist tools check.
Alchemist tool check. Okay. So it would take you a bit of study, Isadora, but this is a fascinating effect that you could one day learn and like reverse engineer. Okay, Ray.
11.
It doesn't feel super great, but as a lung full of water or two gushes into Ekko, you are going to violently and kind of like unwillingly jerk upright as your body reflexively like straightens up. And standing from the water, you're sputtering and gagging and coughing as you eject this water that you've just withdrawn.
That's gotta suck. Even choking like water hurts. And it's like
I like kind of bend over, my hands on my knees, like coughing it out.
You have a very like sore feeling in your chest.
Ooh.
You'll be clearing your throat for the next 2 weeks.
Best not to test the boundaries of that one, I guess. Okay. Lesson learned. All right. Oh.
Lance,
Yeah, I see all this.
yeah, you definitely see all this.
So I just watched as they tried to inhale water.
Yes.
I'm not gonna question why they did it. Obviously, it wasn't an accident.
Didn't look like an accident. But yeah, so you sort of watch your unusual companions. They sputter about in the water.
That's what I
Okay.
wanted to do.
This isn't a bad place to set up camp for the night.
Oh.
But you could certainly keep on traveling if you like. I'd say it's maybe later on in the day as you guys make your way. I believe the journey south would be, you know what, I can find out precisely. It would be 4 days. You have 4 days of travel ahead of you.
All right.
So we'll say this is later on in the first day. Actually, can you all roll me a stealth check? So we have Ekko with the party, who is a ranger and can navigate you.
Yikes.
Actually, I feel like it would be Ekko alone, maybe, who would be rolling the stealth check. Probably for the better with that, that one there, anyways.
Well, I got a 14 because my stealth is 8.
Stealth is with your modifiers.
With the stealth one, yes. I'm expert in stealth. I have expertise.
I believe you can configure that within your character sheet. Let me take a quick look. Yeah, there's a gear here. I believe.
Should be able
Gear
to.
doesn't show. Yes, here we go. Where it's normal, I'm going to change that to. That's your stealth doing that? I'm going to change that
And
to.
my stealth is +8.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Okay, I'll do stealth. Hey, it worked!
Okay. All right. Cool. So, 15's not too shabby. 15's not too shabby. Let me make a quick. Oh. Okay. Alrighty. So, where would y'all like to set up camp for the evening?
Yeah, this is a great place. This tree looks like really good cover. Actually, can I roll perception to see if I can find like a hidden den or just like more cover?
Up here's a high ground though.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
So y'all want to set up camp up there?
Which we could be spotted though, but that also means there's cover here.
I think high ground is a good idea.
Okay. Let me get y'all a campfire here.
Yes.
Okay.
Whoa.
set it right there. All right, give me 2 quick seconds.
While we're kind of setting up camp and making camp, Lance, where'd you go? Where's your guy? I'm doing this.
Oh. I didn't know
I'm
you
doing
guys were probably over there. So while
Lance was
the-
in the opposite direction.
Okay, well, I'll spice up and I'll say I was hunting for food to
Oh.
cook. Is there any animals around here that I can find, that I can track?
Sure. In fact, if you all want to do a quick bit of RP, I'm doing some quick Photoshop work on the fly. Yes, you want to do some hunting exercises, Lance?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me. Let me see. You're making an assessment based on what's around you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
In this area, what kind of animals?
Go ahead and roll me a survival check.
Survival.
And if you could just tell me what you get.
$23.
Ooh.
23 is pretty good. Okay. So with a 23, I would say in the vicinity, there's clearly like fish, right? There's bound to be things that make their way towards this this creek to drink at night, and likely checking the tracks near the mud, you're able to see a variety of tracks which have sort of like locked themselves in and become frozen by the mud. Looking at this mud, there's a wide variety of tracks that you recognize, and there's a few variety of tracks that you don't. There's definitely small game around here. It appears there are larger creatures. Some of these tracks are clawed and suggest a reptilian demeanor, whereas others are wider, and you're not quite sure what they are.
The wider tracks,
guess-
like, what do they look like?
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I mean, you can describe them.
Yeah, let me think.
Like bear paw big or like an elephant paw big?
Yeah, like how many
So-
toes?
So let's start with a. Let me see. All right. So think like large, what appear to be like sharp. Whatever it is clearly like there are sharp points on either side, and they're in the front. And then in the back, there's another large, heavy point, but it looks like most of the weight is centered on this back.
Is it kind of clefty like deer and stuff like that and pigs?
Yeah,
or-
it's sort of like a large, cloven hoof, but it's particularly large. It's particularly wide, and the weight distribution looks a little different.
So it's large in the back. That means that it's like it can stand, but it also walks on its front. It's not like a bull or a buffalo. It's like, I don't know. It can stand up.
Like mere couch or whatever?
Yeah, kind of like that. Like I'm thinking it's like I wouldn't say a troll, but I don't know. But it has
Something
toes.
bipedal maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, it appears to be like cloven, whatever it is.
Well, I'll go after the ones that are familiar to me. So I want to track. I don't know which ones are familiar to me. Like which.
There's plenty of small game. Like there's evidence of like pigs. Yeah, I would say there's deer in the vicinity.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'll go after deer. That's what I want. I want a deer.
Okay. All right. So we will come back to that in just a second. So Lance is going to go off hunting for deer. And what would y'all like to do for the evening? Isadora and Ekko.
Isadora, do you have anything?
She's just gonna continue to work on her ear theory, her sound theory.
Okay. Okay. All right. So go ahead and make me. Thing is, I almost feel like this is kind of venturing into more Lance's skill set as far as creating a device, if that makes sense. I wonder if this should be more an intelligence check or a
Well, I can
toolkit
spend an
check.
hour making tools if I need.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
I can spend an hour doing
You're-
that, make
that's
tinker
right.
with tools.
Fucking artificer. You're not just an alchemist, but you're an artificer. Okay, so given that,
Kinda can't, yeah.
yeah, that's okay. So given that, yes, I would say you are able to just make me because all of your toolkits, or rather a good degree of your toolkits, I imagine, are going to be intelligence. Go ahead and just make me, yeah, like an intelligence toolkits check that you're proficient in. Which I suppose it is alchemist.
13.
13. Okay. Okay. So 13. Yeah, I would say thinking on this, Isadora, you're able to kind of start putting together a few theoretical ideas. I would say it's not that you don't make any progress on this. I almost want to count this as like a half progress because a 13 feels like.
I need to find the ear to study. She just says this aloud, like out of nowhere, and just doesn't say anything again.
Needs to find an ear to study.
Yeah, as soon as they come across another human they kill, she's gonna like take their head so she can like rip open the brain and get to the ear to study how it's designed.
Okay.
It's gonna be great when it like when you actually do it in front of people.
Oh yeah.
Fucking desecrate the shit out of the corpse.
For science!
Okay. So basically, neither of y'all go with Lance. Is that right?
No, for Lance.
Isadora doesn't need to eat, so...
Oh, Lance doesn't know that, does he?
Oh wait, do I need to eat? But we never established this. Wait, hold on.
Yes,
I don't
you,
believe-
I would say that you do need to eat, right? Oh, you mean like physical food? Yeah. I think we said you did. I feel like you wanted to, and then I said you didn't have
But
to.
Is she a vampire? Or vampire?
Vampire.
What is that?
So I am half.
Oh, half, that's right.
Yeah, I think we did say that I wanted... I think you're right. I did say I wanted her to have that human trait.
Or maybe that was sleeping. I
We'll
don't know.
move on.
I'll leave it up to you. What would you like to do?
I mean, I think it'd be kind of funny where it's like she has to feed on blood and food. She has two hungers, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Did you tell? Oh wait, no. There's no way you told Lance this. Never mind. Don't know how Lance would react to that. If you were
What, drinking blood?
Yeah.
Yeah, she hasn't done it in front of anyone yet.
Don't mind me. Just taking a sip. Okay. So the two of you are going to make yourselves busy doing this while Lance is out hunting?
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Okay,
Okay.
so Lance, you are not going to be here for this. At some point while Lance is gone, the two of you are going to hear like a deep, heavy rumble in the distance.
Oh dear. Do you hear that?
Isadora's head like snaps up at attention. She turns towards the noise. It's the earth. Oh god, wrong character. The earth quaking.
I don't know. We do a perception check to see if we can determine what it is.
Sure. So, yeah, go ahead. Y'all can both make me a perception check.
How far am I from them? Is this a loud rumbling?
How far would you be venturing out to
Not that
go
far.
about your hunt?
Like, I'm not.
Not that.
Yeah, at least like, like 5 minutes walk. I don't know.
Well, I will definitely. I will say, I'll say for now, Lance, that you are preoccupied,
Okay.
and just bear with me. So,
Yeah, I
y'all are going about your business. You're working on your projects, and each of you hears like this heavy, distant, like it's faint at first, but it's clearly large, whatever it is, and it's like this splash, and it's like.
Ooh.
That sounds heavy.
You never
Oh,
should have
dear.
come here.
Maybe we should hide. Yes.
I think so. Let's take cover just in case. Let's go.
Kairoso, let's go.
I climb the tree.
Okay, so you're hiding in the tree.
I climb to the top of this tree. I mean, I walk up the top of this tree.
Okay. As the two of you wait a few moments longer, you continue to hear these heavy sounds. And this massive creature was sort of like making its way. Actually, it'd probably be a little bit bigger than that. This thing is like towering above these trees, right? As this large, stony, it's as it walks, dirt and like rock and grass and filth kind of like collapse off of it in clouds, and it leaves these heavy dusty clouds as this hill giant sort of makes its way up the stream here, its eyes sort of peering about from side to side.
This is fascinating, and Isadora is like jotting down like again, like it's this big, it's this color, there's stuff growing off top of it. Like, what is this? I'm totally probably gonna try to climb it. So
That's the fucking thing. I saw the tracks that didn't.
So as it moves closer and closer, the two of you sort of hiding in the trees look down at the campfire, which is still like crackling and sort of like glistening. And this creature, as it's sort of walking up this way, kind of pauses and bending down looks at this campfire, and it gives this large, heavy like as it's like kind of sniffing into the campfire here.
and I kind of want to climb it. I kind of want to study it up close.
You want to
Does
go
it
up
look
and
hostile?
interact
Does
with
it look hostile? Kinda, yeah. Does it look hostile?
Does it look hostile? No, but it also doesn't know you're there.
Yeah, I think oh shit. It's sniffing the fire, you said?
It's sniffing the fire.
I'm just gonna walk down the tree slowly. I'm trying to think of a way not to startle it, but
Make me a stealth
yeah.
check as you're making your way down this tree.
Maybe I'll just make some like weird dampier noises, some like clicks. No, I'm kidding. Pretty much like
Oof.
Just walk
yeah.
Okay.
Don't freak out.
I'm just gonna approach it without a yeah. Okay.
Okay.
If I can, ready to dodge or something, that would be cool. Like just in case it wants to swing at me.
Okay, Isadora. So, as you're climbing down the tree,
Oh,
you're
hello
making
there,
your way
friend.
down, and there's like a slight rustle, you know? And as that happens, this large entity, like startled, sort of stiffens up, and you see it sort of peering about at that tree and looking through you. Or not looking through you, but looking about the tree, you can see it sort of looking for you. You said you're walking right up to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna like walk down the base of the tree into the open by the fire and just be like, "Hello, friend."
All right, so Isadora, I need you to make me a I need you to make me a dexterity save as this thing immediately sort of like seizing upon you, pounces down its left hand, like crushing down towards this cliffside as it attempts to grab you. Hello.
You said a dex saving throw.
Yes, a dex save.
Okay, 1 second while I get that up. And boop. What happened?
16. Okay, let's see.
Oh no, friend, that's not how you treat friends. I don't make you no harm. Even if I get snapped, that's what she's gonna say.
Okay. All right, give me just 1 second. And Lance, we haven't forgotten you. Just give me 1 second and we will get to that. Appropriate music for this. It really drives me crazy that we don't have better music for this. A little too intense. Let's do this one. Okay, sure, whatever. So Isadora and Ekko, you're going to watch as well as oh my gosh, this thing's so big I like can't even select you guys. There we go. Okay, so Ekko, you're going to watch as Isadora sort of walks up, trying to talk to this creature who, startled, is going to take a step back and then sort of exclaiming in low, dull giantese, is going to come crashing with a grasping left hand to seize Isadora, and successfully does so as it wraps its massive half meat, half stony fingers about it. What would you like to do, Ekko?
So I see this creature grappling Isadora.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. Can Isadora see me right now?
Can
I don't think
Isadora?
she would look at you because that would give you away if it was an intelligent life
She's
form.
probably alarmed by her current circumstances. I don't know. I don't know if she's facing you. Yeah, as Tosh was saying.
At this moment, I will just shoot. Well, so does it seem like it was a hostile grab or something just out of surprise?
Did me not ready and dodge help or no? Or
Oh no, it does. It gives you advantage. What was your roll?
I
With
think he
advantage?
still beat me though because it would have been 18.
Oh, then yes.
If you rolled it, yeah, 22. Okay.
Yeah, never mind. Sorry about that.
Still stuck.
So that being the case, what are you up to, Echo?
I'm wondering if this creature seems hostile to me as it grabs Isadora.
Grabs Isadora. Okay. Yes, it definitely seems hostile to you.
Very well. Alright. I guess I will take out my crossbow and take a shot.
Okay.
Try and get its attention off of her. Oh gosh, I guess I'll take a shot. Hold on. Oh, blah. That's an 8 to hit.
Blah. Okay. Well, no worries. So you are going to start attacking this creature.
I don't know what else to do.
Okay. So coming out, you start. You're attacking it with your short sword, or you're attacking it with an arrow?
Well, with an arrow, but I don't have a button for an arrow, so I'm just using the short sword.
Gotcha. Okay. So the arrow flies towards this creature's face, and while it doesn't actually inflict any damage, it sort of like pounces off of its nostrils, and seeing you standing there, it's also going to sort of like roar in surprise. Here, let me like move Isadora down here. Okay. So, all right. So, Echo, you are going to begin attacking it. Meanwhile, we are going to bounce over to Lantz. Lantz, you on the other hand you have stalked these deer, and you are about to make your shot. You are closing in on this group. Blah, 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 blah. I need you to please make me a perception check. Which you should be pretty good at. Phandalin Father.
22.
Okay, Lance. So with a 22, you hear a crash behind you. Or a crash is probably a bit much. You don't hear a crash, but rather you hear something approaching from behind. And turning about, you are going to see this thing who's sort of walking up on you. Not that large.
I turn
More like
and
that.
aim my crossbow. Speak now. Or, shit. Speak now.
Seeing you like turn and steady your weapon at it sort of pauses, and this thing is going to kind of assess you, looking you up and down. Looking at it, you can tell that it's intelligent. It seems to have belongings that it has either crafted or others have crafted for it. They appear to be relatively primitive. And in a gruff voice, it speaks to you in a language you don't understand. But it's sort of like it's holding its axe like warily.
I like take a step back and then I aim my crossbow like to the side, like gesturing for it to continue. Like heading
Like
in the direction it is.
to move
like,
past.
Yeah.
It shakes its head, and as it speaks to you again, and as it's speaking, it sort of like cocks its head in the direction of the deer, and then it like sort of levies its axe.
I gesture towards the deer and I hold my stomach, like pat it, like
Hmm. Okay.
embellishingly to like make it understand why.
Hmm. Make me a persuasion check, Lance. Good thinking. Let's do some pantomiming. I wish I had appropriate music for this.
12.
Okay. A 12. Okay. So you sort of pat your belly and you're pointing towards this thing. And this thing, sort of regarding you, is going to speak to you sternly. And it sort of like points a finger agitatedly and then shakes its head.
Oh shit.
Ray, I think we might be getting some feedback. It's probably because your
Uh,
speakers are right next to your mic. On
My
your.
microphone was on mute,
Oh, really?
or it was just a second ago.
Oh, weird.
You still getting feedback?
Yeah,
Let's see, let me check my bag.
you can see it in Discord. No worries though.
Oh,
So yeah, this thing. It's sort of like it looks stern. It's clearly armed. It has not attacked you, but it's definitely like moved up on you.
certainly on my shit. Let's see. I know it doesn't want me killing the deer, obviously, because it's connected to him somehow. Well, I'll just straight up ask, can you understand what I'm saying?
It continues to look sternly at you. It doesn't seem to respond. It doesn't seem to understand what you're saying. However, at this point, there is a large, sort of a dull roar that kind of shakes the vicinity. And at this, the deer all like look up, ears alert, and then 3 of them are going to sort of like run off at the sound of this. And the 2 of you each reactively kind of look in the direction of that roar back this way. Lance, it sounds like it's coming back from the camp.
I point towards the thing, and I say, or I point towards the roar, like, and just shuffled that way around this guy without taking my eyes off him.
Okay. This thing sort of like eyes you very warily with these like rich yellow eyes as you sort of circle around. And as you sort of take off back in the direction of camp, clearly in a hurry, looking over your shoulder, you see it makes no move to pursue you. And Lance, that is going to bring you back here, where this is a far less whimsical situation.
Huh.
Okay, sure. I'll just go back to this one. Okay, so Ekko,
Yes.
as you are attacking this thing, Isadora, it's going to Ekko's like arrow sort of bounces off its face and it's going to sort of like stumble backwards, like clinging to Isadora. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. Lance, you can come in at the end of the next turn as you're like running
Okay.
back at full sprint. Okay, not too shabby. Let's go ahead and have this thing.
14 initiative. Or do I need to roll again?
You shouldn't have to, but I can set it back to 14. Okay, and Ekko, you've gotten a 14.
What was that?
It's I believe it's a Ray. We're getting feedback from Ray.
How do I make that not happen? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, it's just because my mic.
Oh, I was in the restroom.
You see down at the bottom of the screen where it says like Ray, and then it has your number, like your Discord ID, and there's like a little mic, some headphones, and the user settings right next to it in the little gear. If you hit the mic,
Oh, and Discord?
and Discord. If you hit the mic, it should mute you. Yep, just like that. I understand it can be a little tedious sometimes, but we'll figure something out. No worries. Okay, so
Gave me a weird thing for my initiative.
a weird thing.
So, you wanted to send the result of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
Oh, it does that when you hit the initiative button without having your character selected.
Oh, okay.
Token selected. But if you click your token, it should make the button pop up. Okay, so what did I roll? A 19. Ooh, okay. Okay, so Isadora, you are up first. This massive creature here has sort of like stumbled backwards here. Let me just group the two of you for convenience. This thing sort of stumbles backwards this way as Ekko is firing arrows, which are sort of like pew, 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 kind of just bouncing off of its face here. What would you like to do, Isadora?
Well, is it like, are my arms crushed by my sides? Like, are my arms free, or am I just like in?
So I would say at present, you're definitely like grasped around your waist. Both of your arms are like kind of crushed about yourself. I would say make yourself a strength or a dex save to try and like wriggle out or break free, etc.
I was going to bite it since I'm a Damphir. I don't know if I can like. Can I lean over? Is there enough? Can I lean over and bite it somehow, or am I blocked and I just like can't move?
Yeah, you can bite it. So you're gonna bite it. All right. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I haven't made a button for this yet, so give me 1 second. I know it's a D4, but there's like some other little things behind it. Vampiric bite.
It's this rugged, like stony skin is not going to be pleasant to sink your teeth into, but you certainly can.
I'm just gonna bite it. It's a D4 piercing.
Go ahead and sweet. Okay, yeah, I'll say you honestly can't miss when you're grappled in this way. So Isadora, it's like when you're chewing food and then there's like something like randomly hard that your jaw just like hits, and you're just like, oh, as you like clamp your teeth into this thing and this flesh, while your teeth are just hard and piercing enough to break through. It is a very jarring, very uncomfortable, unpleasant sensation. Sort of like when a bat hits a baseball and it just rattles you.
Oh, when it hits the fucking handle?
Yes, and you get like rattled,
Yeah, that shit's...
So it's like this awful feeling through your teeth. But at this, the creature sort of cries out in surprise and its fingers are actually going to open for a moment as it kind of rears back. What would you like to do in this brief moment that you've earned yourself?
I was thinking I was going to use a bonus action cantrip. Um, Sword Burst. It's a 5 foot radius dex save, and it just gives a 1d6 force damage.
Yeah, sure thing.
Let me look up. I feel like I need the exact. Let me look up the exact verbiage on that.
I believe it's supposed to be magical in nature, but how do you imagine a burst of like
I imagine kind of like
flashing or
the
piercing damage around you?
kind of like an emblem, like a flat emblem, how they show them in like shows or animes, where it's like maybe a circle with like an like a alchemy symbol, like the caduceus or something, and like yeah, just I imagine it magical, like light colored and just like the image of swords, but not actual swords, or just I don't know, just some visual seal circle around her, like it looks like it's cutting her in half, but it's just going around her.
Okay, and so you're sort of just like creating like a burst of this.
Yeah.
What's the word for like a lacerating burst about you? So yes, at this, I will say this creature will drop you. You are going to fall about 20 feet. Go ahead and make me a dexterity save as you fall down to the ground here.
Um, 17 plus what was my dexterity? 3?
3 dex, mayhap.
My dex is 16.
Okay. In that case, you are going to fall prone in the water, and you are going to take 4 damage. 4
It
bludgeoning
was
damage
17 plus 3.
as you fall flat. It was 17 plus 3?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, never mind. In that case, you are going to nimbly roll out of here. You are still going to take 4 damage, but you do not fall prone. And on top of that, you still have an action and your movement.
Action movement. Okay. I know I should run. So, is it in front of me then? Can I assess that, or?
Is it in front of you?
I can
Well,
just see
yes, it's
about
definitely beside you. It just like dropped you.
Can I like move up the back and walk up the back of its leg? Like, do you think my spell will let me do that? My trait? Is it a slippery creature?
We'll let you walk up the back of its leg.
Well, 'cause I can walk on like
what's your
any
trait?
surface.
You can walk on any surface. It's a giant. Let's
It's like
see.
it's essentially like the spider silk shoes. Spider climb. I think it comes from the Dampier shit.
Okay, okay. Sure. Pop that one out of existence. Boop. Okay, so put you in front. Yes, I would say yes, you can move up this thing. So you're going to climb up it. You're going to use your
Yeah, but
movement to
up
run
its
right back
back.
up. Okay.
Yeah, up its back. And then I'll use
Okay.
my action to just try to get on top of it. Use my as for movement to get on top of it. Like just
Okay.
like oh, I guess or dash or whatever. Just yeah, run up all the way back so I can try to get on top.
So you'd be able to get about this far. You'd be able to get about to the small of its back. Will that work for you?
Sure.
Okay. Cool. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I guess not.
All right, Ekko. Now, meanwhile, Ekko, you've been like firing these arrows, right? And this creature sort of staggered back. You see Isadora sort of like burst out of its palm, collapse to the ground. She gathers herself, sort of rolls out of it, and sprints right back up the back. What would you like to do? I would say you currently do not have a visual of Isadora.
Oh, sorry. Is this my turn?
This is Ekko's turn.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Ekko may still be muted. That's probably what it is. Yeah, they are still muted.
Okay. Better?
Hey, yeah, we can hear you now.
Ooh. Okay. All right. So I see Isadora fall, and I'm back up, and then I don't see where she goes.
Correct.
Okay. So Ekko's like, oh, yes, she got the way. The fuck? Why's she going back? Ah, shit. Okay. How far away is basically the edge of this area from this giant?
The edge of this area from this giant?
Right. How do I always forget how to do this. I do a circle click to show what area I'm talking about.
You just left click and hold. So how far is this?
It is right here. This area right here.
Okay, so moving it towards the giant's feet, it's about 50 feet away. Oh,
So
sorry, I'm on the wrong layer. So yeah, it's about 50 feet away.
the feet? Well, what about to the like arm or something? Closer?
Not really, because you gotta remember we're working with like 2D space here. So like in height, this thing is like standing over in like this area. Standing like down here, it's just like super tall.
Okay.
So I guess it would technically be like a triangle. You know what I mean? Be like one of these situations going on based on perspective.
So it's about 50 feet away, kind of no matter how high up I am on the troll there, or giant.
I mean, I don't quite remember hypotenuse math, but I think it might be longer along here, but I'm not really sweating it.
Okay. Well, then Ekko's gonna see that Isadora got back on this monster, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess this is what we're doing. And he sprints, they're gonna jump off the edge of this cliff, use their lunging horror feature, and try and make it as high up on this monster as I can.
Okay, so how far are you jumping?
From this area right here to as high up on this giant that I can. Trying to land.
Oh,
I
shit.
can jump 88 feet.
Oh my gosh. Okay, then you can basically jump anywhere on this monster. Where would you like to be?
I would like to be, I think, maybe on top of it. Maybe right here. I can.
Okay. Lance, roll me a perception check as you're making your way back through the woods this way at full sprint. Okay. So you don't really get a good glimpse of the takeoff, but you will see Ekko soaring inhumanly far through the air. And then Ekko, you are going to land on top of this. Anything you want to do with your action?
Yes, I would like to stab it in the eye.
Stab it.
Blinded in one eye.
Okay, go ahead and make me a strength or dex save, your choice, to maintain your balance as you're like climbing across this thing.
I will do a dex save. Okay, sorry. Jeez, come on. This is what I'm good at, man.
Nine. Okay, so
Jeez.
Echo, you make your way to the top here, but as you start sprinting towards that eye to stab it, you are actually going to be knocked prone, and you are going to have to grab some of this space to avoid like rolling off here. However, you do not fall off, but it will cost you half your movement to stand back up again.
Okay. And I guess, do I have a bonus action? Let's see. What might it be? Oh, This might sound. Oh, I don't think I can do this. I can't. Nope, I'm done. My turn's done.
Okay, okay. So Lance, in that case, you will come crashing through the woods at the end of the round in time to see Echo sort of flying through the air. What would you like to do, sir?
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, it's immediately like, it's fucking go time. So I get right up to the cliff next to the fire, like partially concealed, like right. Let's see, how far is it? Oh, that's right about here,
Mm-hmm.
behind this bush, and drop the tripod and immediately. Let's see. I don't want to use. Would this count as a surprise since he doesn't know I'm there, or it doesn't know I'm there?
The enemy is technically already in combat, but I would consider you hidden.
So it's just an attack of opportunity. It's not like an ambush round, ruthless ambush.
No, this wouldn't be a trigger for your ruthless ambusher feat.
No problem. Ooh, I can action surge. Actually, I don't know. I'll just shoot it normally with the crossbow thing.
Just shoot it normally?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm just gonna. Where is it? There we go. I'm aiming for its knee.
Okay. One quick second. So you're aiming for its knee. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, Lance. So you fire one of your heavy bolts towards this thing, and you were aiming for its knee. And if it were a lighter crossbow, it probably wouldn't have much effect. But these thick, heavy weighted bolts meant for piercing heavy armor are going to crash into this knee, and this creature is going to lurch as it cries out. Isadora, you have shoes that'll, or you can just walk on surfaces, right? Is that right?
Yeah, I think the only condition, because again, I think it's like the spider climbing. So if it's like wet or slippery, then I can't. But everything else, yes.
Okay. Sweater slippery. Okay, so Isadora, you're good. Echo, I need you to make me either a strength save or a dex save at disadvantage for not holding on.
Okay.
Your choice.
You got it. You got it.
How tall is
As this thing shrieks and sort of falls back. How tall is this?
Oh,
This thing
damn.
says it's like 60 feet tall.
60 feet? Holy
This thing is probably much taller because these trees are probably about like 15, 20 feet tall. If they're honestly, these trees are probably like 50 feet tall, so this thing is probably more like
Well,
way bigger than this.
sorry,
This is probably more
Ekko,
like
if you
70
can't
feet.
hold on.
Oh, okay. So,
No, that's disadvantage. Hold on, I have to roll again.
oh, you went with the deck save. Okay.
I did. Okay.
Ooh, okay. So, as this massive creature is suddenly shot in the knee. It sort of lurches about, falling off balance. Whoops! Did I move a tree there? I sure did. Let me make that on the map layer. Okay, cool. So this creature is going to sort of topple backwards off balance for a moment. And Ekko, you are actually going to roll over here and kind of begin tumbling off this way. But as you come back down here, you sort of are able to catch yourself and sort of right yourself once again. Okay, Isadora, meanwhile, you're doing okay. Lance, you still have another shot, I believe.
That's if I action surge. I don't know if I'm the level for extra attack.
Do you have crossbow expert?
Expertise?
Crossbow expert defeat.
I doubt it.
Okay,
No, I don't,
okay.
I don't have
No
that.
worries then. Okay, so yeah, you get 1 attack per round then.
Well,
Unless
I
you
might...
do surge.
Yeah, I'm gonna action surge.
Okay, go ahead and fire off another shot. Okay, so
For the
so
other
where are
knee
you
this
putting
time.
this one?
The other knee, the one I haven't shot yet.
Okay. What is going on there? Okay, so with this creature is instead going to buckle down forward this way as it sort of falls forward and catches itself. It is not prone, but it has been dropped to its hands and knees as Lance sort of takes out both of its legs. So we're probably about here-ish.
I already moved 30 feet. Am I able to move more or no? I keep forgetting.
Oh, you know what? It hasn't gone this round yet. Whoops.
It was you rolled 0 for it on the turn order, so I assumed it had negative dexterity.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll go ahead and just make it go next. Okay. So you've taken out its legs. It's dropped to its hands and knees. Anything else you want to do?
Well, I think I expended all my movement. I moved exactly 30 on this turn. That's all I can do, right? So
Yes, I believe so. I believe so.
All right. Well, yeah. I rolled initiative. I'm done for this round.
Okay. In that case, feeling Isadora and Ekko crawling around on its back, it's going to attempt to grab each of you. I need you each to make me dexterity saves.
Dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As you each see these large, earthy hands reaching for you. Oof. Ekko, you're having a hard time.
It's ridiculous. I'm so good at dex, and I'm rolling. I'm gonna roll real dice.
So, yeah, go for it. So, Isadora, as this thing is sort of reaching around its back for you, as it's just like, and it's like reaching, you're more easily able, because you're able to kind of like stand around and run about, to sort of dodge as needed. However, Ekko, who's sort of holding on with a handheld and trying to maintain their grasp, Ekko, you are going to be grabbed by this thing, who is going to hurl you upriver, sending you skidding across the top of the water and crashing onto the shore over here. You are going to take... Whew, you're only going to take 7 damage as you skim across that water. That could have been so much worse for you. Okay. Okay. All right. So, let's see. With the rest of its movement, having done that, it is going to stand back upright again, which is going to put Isadora back here. And then enraged, it is going to begin making its way over to Lance. As it charges. Charging you, Lance. Okay, so we can go ahead and re-roll initiative. Oof.
I've already rolled initiative.
Okay. So Ekko, you're up first. That
Okay.
did not feel good, but you could have been much worse off.
I shake myself off. Stand up. Oh, I can't turn it. That's half my movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Far away is it from me?
It is. Let's see. It's about 50 feet from you. A little less. A little. No, about 50 feet. Yeah.
Does that mean my jump is halved?
If what is halved?
My jump.
Nah, not with my rules.
Okay. I will frustratedly run and leap again to try and land on it, but this time I'm gonna go for the Achilles tendon.
Okay, so you're jumping low?
Yeah, I'm jumping low. I'm trying to go for the Achilles tendon right in that ankle, and I'm gonna try and stab it.
Aerial attack. Okay, let's go. All right, so go ahead and roll me your attack. And since Isadora's here, you can get your sneak attack.
Ooh, yes. Okay.
As you come soaring through the air. In fact, since you're doing an aerial attack, can you go ahead and make me an acrobatics? And if so, I'll give you some extra damage.
Let's acrobatics check. Acrobatics. That's my
Mhm.
acrobatics check. And then
Oh my
attack.
gosh.
To attack is a dagger. Okay, got it.
So, sorry, go on.
I'm trying to see if I have the dagger. Okay, don't. Okay, we're good.
All right, so Lantz and Isadora, you are going to see what makes Ekko such an effective assassin in urban environments, as Ekko sort of running sprints and then sort of somersaults into this elegant sort of I really can't underestimate how strange it is to see Ekko sort of just bullet themselves through the air in this manner. And Ekko, as you come back down, you execute like a perfect dive into this attack. Go ahead and perfect. Yeah, go ahead and roll your damage with sneak attack. Go ahead and add a d6 to that as well.
Sweet. So, well, it's not much because I was. Well, it's something. Okay, it's something. Damage plus sneak attack, no problem. Boom. Boom. Damage is 8, sneak attack is 4.
Okay, and then go ahead and add a d6 to that.
Additional d6?
Mm-hmm. Just a regular d6, and that was going to be your gravity damage for your sick aerial attack.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Right. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Not too shabby.
Please.
Not too shabby. So again, this thing is going to shriek out as you do damage, and this time it's a loud, piercing howl that can surely be heard for miles around.
Oh dear.
Okay. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Can I do like so the only bonus action I have is to grapple, but I do like a grapple not to keep the creature in check, but to give myself a better grip on the creature.
Not to keep the creature in check, but to give yourself a better grip. Yeah, definitely. Go ahead.
So, I guess that's.
I'm gonna feel real bad if this is like some gentle mystic creature, like the last of its kind, and we killed it.
Oh my god.
Well, it did like grab you and
Kill it,
cast you across the rocks, so it must
Yeah, true.
That's true.
Like,
Don't feel too bad. Yeah.
I need to roll something for grapple because I just don't see it on my D&D Beyond.
Okay. Give me 1 second. It is an athletics check.
Cool. Got it. Ooh, not great. Uh, 18.
18. Okay, not too shabby. So yes, Echo, you are able to get a much better handhold as you, I guess, prepare for another ascent.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that's your movement, that's your action. Did you want to do anything with a bonus action? I'll let you
My
grab it
bonus
as an
action was
atmosphere.
grappling.
Okay, sure.
So I'm
All
good.
right. Lance, you are up next, sir. What would you like to do?
I see it coming to me, so I'm gonna back up 30. Let's see, how far is 30? I'm gonna like kind of get around this tree
Mm-hmm.
and take a shot at him at his knee once again.
Okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you take another shot at its knee. That is definitely a hit as this thing howls in pain. And again, I think these repeated leg attacks are going to once again drop it down onto all fours. As it like shrieks. Bolts, these heavy metal bolts now sticking out of its knees. Echo's got it, their blade like sunk into the back of its tendon. Isadora, once again, it's not that hard to stand as it levels out a little bit for you. Lance, what would you like to do, sir?
That's it. That's it.
Okay, I'm just gonna remain in place.
I mean, I
All
can't
right.
move anymore.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
moved to max.
All right, now let me see. How far would it be? Oh yeah, I can definitely reach you, Lance. All right, so Lance and Isadora, can the two of you make me dexterity saves as this thing attempts to grapple each of you? Oof.
Nat 20.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Lance, you're ready. It's coming for you, and you're able to deftly swing aside it. Meanwhile, Isadora, this hand is going to curl up on its back and sort of catch you unawares as it grabs you and sends you flying south. And unfortunately, unlike Ekko, you are going to first skid across the ground and pummel over, collapsing against this tree on the shore. Let's go ahead and roll. Oof. Isadora, you are going to take 20 damage.
That is going to take the 0. Actually, -4.
That's okay. So Isadora goes down, and you, Lance and Ekko, the two of you are going to see this occur as well.
Real shit. Real shit. Real shit.
So, as she is hurled across the ground, you guys hear a very meaty, like, smash as she goes flying against, and you hear the heavy clunk of her body against this tree as she momentarily loses consciousness and is hurled by this giant. Okay, Isadora. Let me see. I'm going to have this thing make a check real quick.
Where
Yep,
did she
yep.
fly off to?
Isadora's down here.
Oh, she's down there. Okay.
Oh shit.
And then
Did she
flew
just
off the
disappear
map.
for y'all too?
Yeah, you
Okay.
dragged her
Yeah.
off the map
I
somehow.
dragged off.
There she goes. Okay, I brought her back. Okay, cool. Yeah, so there she goes. This giant going to attempt to stand up, sort of wobble a little bit on its kind of shaky, weak legs, and then it's going to tumble over once again, this time falling back this way and kind of crashing onto these trees over here. All right. Isadora, can you make me a death save?
Ooh.
Is that just the Constitution, right?
It's just a D20 unless you take the tough feat, and then you get to add your con to it. Or sorry, the unyielding resolve feat. I don't think tough naturally does that. Ten. I think that's death, right? It's 1 through 10 is death, 11 through 20 is life. So that's
But he
one.
has to roll 3 death saves, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was about to say, well, holy shit.
Death.
That is one failure for Isadora. As Isadora, you feel, you sort of like briefly come to your senses. Your vision is blurred, and you feel yourself like crashed against this tree, and it feels awful. You kind of wheeze for breath, trying to get some air back in your lungs. Let's all roll initiative one more time.
I've already done it.
18. Okay. Okay. Ekko. You are on the shore right here, Ekko, is that right?
I was grappling its leg.
Oh, you were grappling its leg. Okay, in that case, yes, you'd still kind of be here. So, if you are grappling its leg,
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
just fallen over. So this thing is going to attempt to like prop itself up on one of its arms as it turns its massive body over, and bringing its right arm down and a hammer fist. It's going to try and smash into the ground where you are. Let's go ahead and. Oh my God, Ekko.
So
That misses.
Yes.
I forgot. You can keep going with Ray, but afterwards I forgot something for next time, I guess.
Okay, no sweat. You're up next, actually. So we can totally do that. Ekko, as this thing brings its heavy fist out, it's going to completely smash and destroy this tree here. Into just smithereens. But you are able to deftly move aside. It is going to make one more attack at you.
Ooh.
Does a 13 hit you?
Miss.
Oh my gosh, you lucky duck. Okay, so at missing the first one, it sort of roars furiously, raising its hand high over its head. It brings it down again, like a guillotine, and just crushes its heavy hammer-like fist into the ground. But once again, you step to the side, and there's a massive splash in the water as the creek sort of surges in to fill this cavity in the earth left behind by the attack that would have smashed you into the ground. Okay, and next up is Isadora. Go ahead and make a death save and whatever else you'd like to do.
I misread. It's because I have mind sharpening, but it's for maintaining concentration on spells, not saving throws. So
Okay.
I'm gonna test my luck with the die this time, and I rolled a 9. Fantastic.
A 9. That is your second death save, Isadora. Okay. I will say, Lantz and Ekko, the two of y'all saw how vicious that was for Isadora. That you can easily imagine she's not doing so well over there.
Yeah.
Lance, you are up next.
I am going to use my turn for double 60-foot movement. Or, like, so 60 feet. Just about. And that's it.
Okay. You still have a bonus action. You still have an environmental. If you want to use a potion, you can throw it as a bonus action.
Okay, I'll throw a potion as a bonus action.
Okay. Go ahead and... this will just be like a ranged attack.
How will she drink it if she's unconscious, though? Or am I, like, splashing it?
Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of where game mechanics meets lore, you know. So how does this
Throw it at
actually
my
happen?
face.
You fastball it, yeah, and it just crumples against her and
The shards
splashes.
of blast, like, in her face accelerate her death.
Yeah.
You remove the potion, which is encased in a small gel-like capsule from its glass-carrying case, and hurling the small gel ball, it explodes upon Isadora as it impacts.
Is that really what happens? Or is that you just exampling?
I mean, I was thinking, like, if I really have to explain how this works, it's almost like those reusable water balloons, you know what I'm talking about? Those little balls.
No
Did you ever use those?
Get it.
Okay, yeah. Alright, yeah. So you hurl one of these?
Yeah.
Okay, so using
It's like
a bonus
video
action.
game. You activate it and it works.
Alright, so Isadora, go ahead and take 10 health back. As Lance comes sprinting over and ends his sprint in a full fastball throw, which hurls one of these vials towards you. So you are back on your feet.
Am I gonna have 6 since
Yep.
that was -4, or will I have
You'll
10?
You'll have 10.
Okay.
Doesn't feel good, but you're back up. All right. Anything else you want to do, Lance?
That's it.
All right. Ekko, you have just very narrowly dodged your death. What would you like to do?
Hey.
At this point, it's looking pretty severely wounded. Its legs are not really working for it.
I think I'm gonna. I'm just gonna go for that tendon again. Try and sever it totally.
Oh shit. Okay, go ahead. Now, because it is currently on its side, I will say it is prone, so you can have your advantages to prone if you wish.
Alrighty. So, back. I get advantage.
Yes, you do get advantage.
24 to hit.
24 to hit. Okay.
And that's 10 slashing damage.
Okay. Oof.
Then since I had advantage on the roll, does that mean I also get sneak attack?
Yes, that is correct.
Boom, sneak attack. 5.
Okay.
5.
All right. This thing is starting to look very severely wounded, y'all. Okay. And that is... Sorry, go
as a
on.
bonus action, could I hide?
Yes, you can hide. No problem.
That's my turn.
Okay. All right. So, from the top of the round... Wow, another 18. Okay. Everybody re-roll their initiative already?
Yep.
Oh, re-rolling. There we go.
Okay. All right. So we ahead and from the top, this thing is going to go first. Ekko. This time it's going to attack you once and try and grab you once.
Doesn't know where I am because I'm hidden.
Oh, you're hidden. That's right. That's right. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. You're hiding right in front of it, though. No, you know what? It's fine. You did hide. So, I will say, in the chaos, you managed to slip away. At this point, it is going to flip itself over to about here. And then seeing Lantz over there, it is going to sort of drag itself across the stream, sort of blocking this water as it sort of begins to gather on either side. And Lance, this thing is going to try to make an attack at you. Does a 24 hit you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, Lance. So, Lance, as it brings down one of these massive fists into the ground, it is going to crush the ground right here next to you, dealing a whopping 20 damage. Which is not going to feel good at all. Fortunately, your armor prevents your chest from being completely collapsed by the blow. But Isadora and Ekko, the two of you get a good look at this hit, and it does not look good. All right. Lance, can you make me...
Or...
You are not knocked prone. You were smashed back. Can you make me a dexterity save as well? As it sort of singles you out here.
Ooh.
Oof. Okay, Lance. So this thing's going to grab you as well and throw you in a direction, and it's not going to feel good.
4.
All right. So Lance.
I take 4 damage?
No, it just hurls you west. So this time you are going to get thrown west. This is probably going to down you. Oof. So Lance. Ekko and Isadora, the two of you watch as it picks Lance up, scooping him up right here, and then roaring, it's going to hurl him again. And Lance, once again, your armor just saves you as you become a ball of flesh and metal flying across the battlefield and smashing into this tree over here. This is going to knock the breath out of you, and you are momentarily unconscious.
How much damage does it do?
It dealt 18 damage to you.
Oh, okay. That puts me at like -7.
Yeah, that's okay. If you guys go down, you're basically just unconscious. I'm not too worried about negative values. All right, now, Ekko and Isadora, the two of you saw this happen. This thing is looking very rough. It's thrashing about desperately, trying to finish you off. It's hurled Isadora and Lance to pretty serious effect. What would y'all like to do? That being said, it's looking considerably wounded as well.
I was gonna throw a javelin at its eye, but
This is getting increasingly dangerous.
yeah, I could try putting it to sleep. We could just get the fuck out. But it's almost dead. Like, I don't know. I can't survive another hurl.
Okay. Ekko will... Oh, actually, I don't have to. I do have a crossbow. I'm gonna aim for its eye and try and shoot its eye.
And its eye? Okay.
Advantage because it's prone? Oh, wait. If it's a long range weapon, if it's prone, I have disadvantage, don't I?
I think the thinking with that is that if you're trying to like shoot a sniper who's like also prone, they're harder to hit because they're a smaller target. I think if it's a giant who's on the ground right before you, I don't know if that concept necessarily still applies. Does that make sense? You're
Yes.
standing right in front of it. It doesn't seem like it would be harder to hit. You know what I mean?
Okay. So then I will shoot for the eye. Try and blind it.
Shoot for the eyes. Okay, cool. Cool.
Advantage.
What is he looking for?
Oh god, that's a rough roll.
Was he,
That's
like,
12 with
saying-
advantage to hit.
Dada.
12 with advantage to hit. Okay, so it's not that you don't hit. It's just that it like sinks into this like stony, tough flesh.
Mm.
And
Alright.
unfortunately you're not able to sink it. What are you hitting it with? Are these...
I fired my crossbow.
Oh, you're firing your crossbow. Okay. Okay. Alright.
That doesn't work. That is my action. Just see. Far away. Ooh, nice. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do it.
Ooh, what are you doing?
For my movement, I kind of want to try and lunging horror over to Lantz.
Okay. Yeah, so you are able to easily clear this gap and make it over there.
Am I able to feed him a potion as a bonus action, or is that an action?
Did it take your full movement to reach Lance?
Just about. That was my leap, and it's about 80 feet.
Holy shit. Okay, then yes, if you can jump to Lance and reach Lance, then it will only take an environmental to administer it instead of a bonus action to throw it.
Sweet. I'm gonna feed him a potion of healing.
Okay. Lance, you take 10 health. You are back on your feet. In time for the round, which is beautiful.
Nice. Okay.
So you are back to 10.
10 HP. So it doesn't matter what negatives I fall into, it'll just...
Yeah, not really.
Oh.
Okay. So this creature is now howling and roaring. It can be heard for miles. The birds have all gone completely silent, you know, as you are all struggling against this. Ekko, was that your whole turn?
It is my turn.
Okay. Then Isadora, you are up next.
Okay. Well, then I am going to throw a javelin at its eyes.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I'll move. No, I lied. I'm not gonna throw a javelin at it. I forgot that was not my plan. I'm gonna run up here and then cast sleep on it.
Okay.
Are you using first level spells as bonus actions or just cantrip?
Yes, first level spells as bonus actions. In addition to cantrips.
Well, my save is 14.
14?
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
I killed it.
In this case, I would say it does not beat your save DC. I think in the past, I've done Defenders Win Ties. Do y'all want to do Meets It Beats It or Defenders Win Ties?
It's usually defenders win ties. That's how I've
Okay.
always done it.
Tosh, how do you feel about it? Ekko, I assume your Defenders Win Ties? Or your Meets It Beats It?
I mean, I like to play Meets It Beats It, but that's me as a DM. So I'm cool with however we play it, because I've done both those.
I feel like we've typically done Defenders Win Ties because
Typically.
whenever you guys are in a tough situation, you're always so grateful for it. But it's up to y'all. I think it's Defenders Win Ties. I think that's how I'm gonna run with it. Y'all cool with
I
that?
mean, In this
Holy-
exact moment, obviously, I would vote for Defenders Win Ties because that helps me.
Defenders
But I
win
don't
time.
care as long as we just stick with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the past we did Defenders Win Ties, so that's what I'm used to. But I don't care as long as it's established.
Okay, yeah, we'll do defenders win ties. I think that's kind of what we've always done. So in this case, it actually does not fall asleep, as it is the defender. However, you still have an action, and you still have your movement, and an atmospheric.
Well, I'm gonna throw a javelin outside now. Now that it's
Okay.
not asleep.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. Oh my gosh. Okay, go ahead and roll that damage.
And this javelin has an artificer infusion attached to it, so it's gonna return back to my hand after it sinks in.
Okay. Holy crap.
Oh wait, it has the attack roll in it already?
E
Hold on, I fucked up that thing then, didn't I?
It just needs an extra bracket on the right side. See how there's 2 on the left and 1 on the right?
Yeah. Do you want me to roll the damage then?
Sure, that's fine. I'll fix the macro for you.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I rolled a 2 plus my strength is 2.
Okay, so 4 damage. So I will say that as this thing is sort of lashing about on the ground, Isadora, you wounded, bloodied, standing on this hill, valiantly hurl your javelin at this thing. The javelin soaring through the air. Where did you say you were throwing the javelin? With that 24 slash
At its
21?
at its eye.
At its eye. Okay. So as this javelin strikes true and catches itself right in the soft, fleshy eye of this thing, it shrieks once again, but this time not like a roar, but like a scream, and once again it's heard for miles about, as it clutches its eye, which bursts and begins oozing and bleeding, and the javelin is going to meanwhile sort of like make its way back to you, or teleport back to you. I don't know what the flavor on that exactly is.
I imagine it's kind of like WoW with the shield, where or like with. There's other games like anyway, where you just throw it and it goes in, like Thor's hammer or anything. She just kind of like invisibly pulls it back and just like goes back the way it came.
You just tug it back and it returns. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite a spectacle, Ekko and Lantz, as the two of you watch Isadora from atop this hill, wounded, throwing her javelin and blinding this giant in one eye. I'm gonna say it's now definitely blinded. All of its attacks are going to be a disadvantage, or at least blinded in one eye. All right, Lantz, this thing is very seriously wounded. You said you dealt 4 damage, Isadora?
Correct.
All right, Lantz, this thing is on the brink of death. What would you like to do? You are on the brink of death yourself, sir.
Looks like it's an even fight. I put my crossbow aside and pull out my lance, and I charge at it.
Is Lance muted?
Is Lantz muted?
Sorry, I was muted.
Good.
I say it's an even fight then, and I put my crossbow aside and pull out my lance and charge at it.
Oh, nice. Okay. Let's
And
go.
I'm going to strike it. Is it like prone or is it on all fours or what?
It's prone, yeah. It's prone.
I'm going.
It's blinded in one eye. Its legs are broken and severely wounded.
I'm gonna strike for its heart.
Okay. Go ahead
Collarbone
and
area.
roll it with advantage.
Where's... Oh, I have a button for it. Alright, roll.
Okay, so with 9 damage, Lance, tell me how you finish this. This massive creature.
So, as I'm running, I throw the lance at it, and it sticks in its, like, upper chest area, and then... Fuck it. I just, like, I do that, like, 2-foot kick thing, where, like, you, like, kick to the side, but I kick the edge of the lance, like, further in.
Nice, nice. So you, like, plant it in.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go for the heart, and you plant that sucker in there. And with this loud, sort of ragged shudder, this thing groans and goes still. Its final exhale, sort of like lifting this large cloud of dirt and rubble away from the mud and dust of the bank.
I pull the lance out, and I, like, calmly walk back to the crossbow. Of course, I remove all the bolts from the knees, and yeah, it's just only the knees I've shot.
Mm-hmm.
I remove the arrows too, if there's any.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and remove your arrows. Let me see. Are we keeping track of your ammunition?
Yeah, I just haven't run out in a single fight, but I've been reclaiming too.
Okay, okay. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Okay. All right, Lance. Roll me a d4. So while Lance is sort of going about assessing the battlefield and reclaiming his stuff, Ekko and Isadora, how are you gathering yourselves?
Echo just kind of walks up to Isadora, and they're like, you know that javelin trick. I'll never get used to that. It's so cool. But you know, you've a fine specimen here. Want to take it apart with me?
She's breathing heavily and is ragged and just like glares at Echo and says, "Later, I must feast," and like starts to walk over the beast to where the blood is.
Oh dear,
And
are you alright?
she kind of just ignores Echo and like wherever I guess where there's blood and just start like finding a
Drinking.
vein or something and just like slurping down blood because she was
Drinking
so
from the eye.
because she was so badly injured. She needs to like heal herself, you know, like she almost died, so she's pretty badly hurt and she'll heal faster, you know, if she drinks blood.
Echo, you watch as Isadora drinks from the eye.
Do watch.
Lance.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna cut off one of its ears as like proof, because I'm almost certain this is one of the monsters that was part of like a bounty.
Okay, so you're cutting off this massive ear.
Yeah.
So Echo, what are you up to?
I kind of want to see if I can harvest anything from this. Oh, hey, Lance said he got it near the heart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lanced it, I believe.
Yeah.
You
I had to live up to my name.
Okay.
Any good meat or anything that I can salvage from this food?
Okay. So, as you're doing this, can you all roll me a perception check?
12.
7.
Lance?
12.
12. Okay. All right. So I'll say that Echo and Lance, the two of you, ones to first kind of. I'll say you don't hear them at first, but at one point you eventually kind of notice them, and looking about you, you see on all sides there are these creatures that you had encountered one of before. And they're sort of like standing about, kind of making themselves known. And Lance, at first you're very alarmed to see them.
But I met one of them before.
But as they're sort of looking at you all, kind of wordlessly, you all see looks of amazement. Amazement and admiration's maybe a bit strong, but these creatures are certainly impressed.
Yeah, and here I am, drenched in fucking blood, drinking from its eye. Like, don't even notice it. Just fucking snacking away.
Just snacking away.
Ekko will approach one of them.
Ekko, as you approach, they will recede.
I say, wait.
They all recede. They all go
Ah.
back into the woods.
I tell Echo, don't bother with them. They can't even speak. They don't even speak our languages.
How do you know they don't speak our languages? Do you know all the languages I speak?
Not a clue.
Perhaps I will try something different language next time if I see them.
Well, good luck with that. These don't seem like the social type.
All right, can y'all please roll me D100s?
Ooh.
Treasure time. Treasure time. Treasure time.
Feel much better
6.
now.
Yes, I'm winning.
6. Okay.
4.
Old pair of socks. Old pair of socks.
All right, let's see what we get here.
Ooh, 69.
69.
Can I harvest a tooth from this creature and nose hairs?
Yes. Yes, you certainly can take nose hairs. Okay. What is the point of all this if there's not a table for it, though? Well, this isn't helpful at all. I need numbers. All right, give me 1 second. Let me locate the table I'm looking for. Where'd my music go? That sucker on repeat. Okay, all right. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. Let me just double check this. Okay. Ekko. Among how do I put a spin on this? What's your tool, Ekko?
My tool?
Uh-huh.
What do you mean?
What's your tool proficiency?
Tool. Oh, forgery kit, poisoner's kit, thieves' tools, dice set.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. It'll take a little bit of it might take like until your next long rest, for instance. but you essentially find, using some of the rough material of its skin, you will be able to fashion yourself gloves of swimming and climbing. All right. What else did we get? Who got what? Lance and Tosh.
I got a 6.
Oh. Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay. Isadora, you got the 69. So Isadora actually got the gloves of swimming and climbing. Sorry, Ekko.
Oh shoot. Okay.
He sounded so excited for a second. Okay, so Ekko, you got what, a 44, and Lance got a 6.
Yeah, give me that health potion.
Oh, jeez.
I've profited. It's all that matters.
That's something.
Oh, jeez. All right. Lance. You roll me 1d3.
Ooh.
That's
One.
also like minuscule.
Okay. So Lance, you are able to find a using the blood of it. Isadora will be able to produce for you essentially a poison of resistance. It will give you resistance to bludgeoning damage
Oh, okay.
for
Alright.
1 minute, and it will also heal you for 20 health.
Ooh.
So as long as I get this creature's blood, I can make these potions?
Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's make that piercing resistance. I think that makes more sense. You become resistant to piercing damage for 1 minute, and you will be healed for 20 health on the fly, like on the spot.
How many? Okay, so but it's as long as I have this particular creature's blood.
No, it is just like a potion, but I'm like putting the flavor of like you are extracting this hill
Oh.
giant blood
How
and
many
becoming
do I get?
resistant.
Just one?
Yeah, just one.
Okay.
Just one. Okay, Ekko, you rolled a 44. What is this? Let me see what this is. I've never heard of this.
Interesting.
What? Weird. Okay. For a second. Alright.
How long does this piercing resistance last? 2 turns?
It lasts a minute.
Okay. So that's... how long is a minute in turns?
10 turns.
Okay.
Or 10 rounds.
10 rounds, okay.
Wow. Okay. Holy crap. All right. So here's what you find, Ekko. You find a massive needle. And
Massive needle?
so I'm going to say this thing has like maybe like a loincloth or something. And in this pouch, it has a large needle and what appear to be inks.
Did you say eggs?
Inks. INKS.
Oh, inks. Okay.
And you are going to find in certain areas of its body these large, very primitive markings, and they look like tattoos. You take note of these
Uh,
tattoos, being a sketch artist,
Exactly.
and this needle is essentially what's called an uncommon barrier tattoo.
Say it again.
An uncommon barrier tattoo needle.
Barrier.
Barrier.
Bury something in the dirt.
No, like a shield,
Yeah.
a barrier.
Oh, bear. Okay. Common barrier
Tattoo needle. If you look up barrier tattoo, then you'll find what you're looking for there.
Barrier tattoo. What does that look like?
Looking it up right now.
So essentially, she can inscribe herself, or they can just inscribe themselves with a hill giant's tattoo, which will passively raise their uncommon blah blah blah, their AC.
Oh damn, it's actually pretty nice. Can she do it to, I mean, can he, can they do it to other people?
Yes, they can do it to other people. Because I keep bouncing between like Ray and Ekko. Yes, they can do it to other people.
So I just looked up barrier tattoo. You said it's a very large needle, so I assume it is a large version of the barrier tattoo.
It is a very large needle which you can use to inscribe the barrier tattoo.
Cool. That is awesome. That is awesome.
Your attunement to the tattoo ends. Okay, so yeah, I would say you can apply it to anybody else. And basically, as long as they considered it one of their attuned items, and multiple people can be attuned to it, like multiple people can have the tattoos, they will sort of take on some of these properties of this hill giant. Your skin will harden somewhat. You'll become a little rougher in texture.
It's cool.
Take on some of the magical giantese essence.
I will take that stuff. I will take the inks and the needle. Absolutely.
Okay. So you also have this massive corpse. You're welcome to do whatever you wish with it. Let me see here. Actually, getting to a pretty good stopping point here. Is there anything else y'all would like to do with this session? Any RP time y'all would like to have?
Do I see Ekko get the tattoo kit?
Yeah, you definitely will.
Oh shit. I asked Ekko, what's that you got there?
Alright, Ekko kind of looks between what's in their hands and what's on the giant's body and say, well, it looks like it is a tattooing tool set of some sort. I kind of want to try it out. I've taken some notes of these tattoos on the giant. I think this is magical. What tattoos?
Who? Oh wait, it was Ekko. Thanks for the save back there.
Oh, of course. I saw you go down. I can't have people in my party going down.
Yeah, I've never
Thank you,
been
friend.
hit like that by a creature before, so that's a first.
Like a
I will
very
say that even though y'all have had your healing potions, y'all are still feeling very, very rough. You will be sore from this fight for days.
Lantz. Thank you for throwing your potion at me. Yes, I know how your fall felt.
Yeah, I'll try to do better next time. My thing is I like to prepare for something like that in the future. Obviously, I'm not nimble like our friend here.
It snuck up on us, and I thought maybe I could talk to it, but as you can see,
You tried to walk up to that and reason
for
with it?
science.
Yeah.
Why would you try to talk to
It's
such a
brave.
beast?
It didn't seem hostile. I thought maybe you never know. There are weird spirits and things all over this world. There are creatures beyond comprehension. Maybe it would have been friend.
Maybe not this one.
Well, all I can
Regardless.
say is that he took the test and he failed, and I scratch a notch into the handle of my crossbow. There's already one there.
Nice.
So there's 2 notches now.
Is there green stuff growing on this thing's back, like a moss or something?
Yeah, I would say so.
I scrape some off and
Yeah, there definitely appears to be some kind of plant material. Things that may have built up over time.
Watching as Alocasia does this, Ekko kind of looks at the. Is this a troll or a giant?
This would be a giant.
Giant. Okay, so Ekko kind of looks at the giant, shrugs, gets up on it, takes out a knife, sticks it in the ear, and collects some earwax.
Yummy.
Okay, so you're collecting giant earwax. Okay.
Then I take it's like on the blade of my knife. It's like thick butter on top of the blade, and I walk over to Isadora and I say, "Do you think you could use this? You're collecting things. I thought that might be helpful."
Ugh.
yes, it would be helpful indeed.
Don't think I have much use for it, so here you go.
One moment. She's gonna, take out another, like, little clay jar to just put the wax in, I guess, for you to scrape your knife into it and shit.
Okay. Add Go ahead and add sizable. Maybe sizable isn't a good word, but I'm thinking this is like a hefty amount. Like when she said she's got like a lot like butter, I'm thinking, all right, this is like a jar's worth of earwax.
Like a quart, 2 quarts?
Yeah, we'll say a quart of giant earwax.
Because then that's like, oh shit, math, hold on. However many ounces are in a
Half
quart.
a pint, right?
Yeah, 4 quarts is a wait. A quart is 4 cups.
Oh, a quart is 4 cups. Oh shit, then I've got it backwards.
I don't know, yeah. How
We'll say you have a stick of.
No, Ekko has
Like-
some milk bottles, some empty milk bottles from the farm. So they take out a milk bottle and just stuff it with earwax.
Gross. Okay, so I'm gonna say you have about a milk bottle. I'll say you have about a couple sticks of butter's worth of earwax. Between 2 years, you're able to get a lot of earwax out of this thing. Well, I just noticed it has 6 fingers. Weird. Okay. As you guys are gathering from this giant, you notice looking at it, sort of collapsed into the ground, such as it is, how naturally it sort of just blends into the environment, collapsed in this way. Even with its underbelly exposed, the river sort of like gradually building up over it, such that it kind of gradually begins to pour over.
So is this giant creating a dam?
It's basically like creating terrain here, yeah.
Guys, we just affected the world. Oops.
Yeah, we did.
Well, it'll decay, and eventually the river will go back to normal. None of us are going to be able to move this out of the way, though. So.
Oh no. We made a bridge! No, we didn't. We just made it. Well, I guess we'll see.
There you And yeah, over time, this will just like grow into just natural terrain.
Turn into a little pond at the bottom.
Yeah, like starts to gather water there. Okay. Anything else y'all want to do?
There was something. What was
Rest.
Yeah, you can definitely rest. Here, I'll move y'all over near this campfire here for the evening.
Oh,
I feel like I'm dead. Perhaps we may rest before we continue.
I'm going to. Well, I assume we're gonna. Should we make camp here? I know we made a big ruckus, but
Those
Yeah,
things
you
didn't
definitely
seem to
can.
bother us, so I think we're safe.
okay. So we can make camp here. I think tonight Ekko will, as we're eating or just kind of relaxing, approach Lantz out their sketchbook. And they say, there's this thing I've been working on, but I can't seem to get past the design stage of it. Wondering if you might be able to help use your tinkering skills. And he presents
You're asking me
the
this?
assassin's teapot sketch. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they present the assassin's teapot sketch to Lantz.
What does that look like again?
I can actually send you a photo real quick.
Yeah, it's a real thing. It's kind of cool.
Basically, there's 2 holes on the teapot and 3 compartments in the teapot. One compartment can hold poison and the other just a regular drink. Depending on which hole you cover up, determines which liquid comes out of the teapot.
Like which hole you cover with your thumb while you hold the teapot.
Oh. Interesting.
I'll just send you this.
So it's just basically like assassination via social engineering. Like you're having a drink with the enemy and you drink the same thing, but you're realistically poisoning them.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
It's definitely something you could feasibly create, Lantz.
Where did you post this?
Discord?
Oh, Discord.
Here.
Oh, I'm in the wrong channel. Okay, I see it.
Pretty simple design.
Yeah, I think it's the one with the little old man.
Yeah, Lantz, you want me to like make that or just like improve it or?
Well, to help me make it, because I've designed it on paper. I just need to put it together with my hands.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well that's like it's simply metalworking. Oh yeah,
You
that's
have
the thing I was
Tinker's
talking
tool.
about, like that metal, for something like in a heating application, you don't want a cold roll, so this would be something like you'd have to make through a furnace and tempering.
I mean, you have, with access to fire and materials, Lance, your experience with the Tinker's tools, you might be able to fabricate something like this.
Yeah, so I suggest a conductive metal like brass or tin, a heat conductive metal.
Okay, so basically what's going to have to happen is, in order to progress this project, Lance will have to help you out, Ekko. and like Lance will have to spend time rolling this. But Lance, you could totally finish this project for Ekko.
Yeah. We just gotta get them. Do you have the metal for it? Or a metal?
Sure. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, so like brass or tin would be ideal.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I would say Ekko, you would be able to like provide materials.
I have them already.
Did you have some kind of plan already sketched out?
Yeah.
And that was that at Isabella's hut?
Isadora's hut, yeah.
Yeah, I keep calling her Isadora.
What?
Did you specify that you brought materials? I feel like you did.
We had talked about stocking up for our trip and bringing what we needed with us. That's what we had talked about.
I can't remember if you had mentioned it though when you had created the plan for this.
I honestly don't remember either.
I honestly don't remember either. But you know what? I'm just going to say, Lance, if you choose during these travels to use your long rest in that way, that you would be able to do this.
So
I'm basically just going to say it's going to cost a long rest, and that's about it.
okay, if they don't have the materials, I recommend brass, which is just it's copper and zinc. Should be pretty easy to find out in the world.
It's like, yeah, if there's anything.
Okay, cool.
Give,
If you can give us some insight, that'd be awesome.
to go with what Barrett's saying too, like if they can find like a mineral deposit or something, like I feel like Isadora, again being an alchemist, can try to pull the metal out of like rock, but then like all the other shit would just become dust or something. Like,
do y'all know anything about gathering bronze or tin in the wilderness?
Lance
would
wouldn't
not.
know about locating ores. He just knows how common they are. Like common
mineral ores.
Yeah.
But I meant with alchemy and magic, like if we cut a piece of stone out from a rock and like if she tried to pull the elements of like iron in the rock or the earth or something, and she try to combine everything found in that one bit to form it into like a single iron ingot or something for.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else would have to turn into something too, so.
Generally speaking, unless y'all want to make a scene out of like going to gather it, or unless it is like a larger project that might require more extravagant materials, for smaller like mundane things like this, I would generally assume that y'all have the materials needed for these projects, and if it requires something like a pearl the size of your fist, I think that's far more appropriate to like go out and look for. To use Galen as an example.
So then we can say I have enough metal on me to make this teapot. Not a whole lot of metal, but enough to make a small teapot.
Generally speaking, like, yeah, I don't think we would need to sweat it too much. I would say Lance has like scrap metal material on him as part of his crafting kit, and that the real crux of some of these things is gonna be more about like finding the poison that you use for the teapot.
Okay.
Because the teapot itself is generally just like a mundane item. You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't really have any moving parts. It's really just like a pot. I would assume Lance can just like configure that, drill some holes, something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'll do then.
So it might not be pretty, Ekko, but Lance can certainly make you like a rudimentary metal assassin's pot, and if you want to like improve upon it later on, you certainly can.
Yeah, absolutely.
but that's just like using materials he's got on hand. If you wanted something more extravagant, you certainly can. And if y'all ever want to make a scene of gathering material, we can certainly do so.
I think it goes good with like rudimentary basic teapot. Yeah. That kills.
Yeah, just don't make it out of clay or ceramic. it'll get crushed the moment you get thrown somewhere.
Right.
If it's like really important to you, I don't know if I'm gonna mess with you guys' items too much like that. I feel like that would just be mean. Maybe not. I don't know. It depends on the context. Imagine we like really played that up. That would actually. I
That
feel like
happened to me though. I don't know if it was your campaign or like another one, but like I had some fragile item in my bag, and the
Oh,
DM was like focusing,
I-
like he knew about it, and he was like, "You have this item.
I
Roll
think it
me."
was
Like,
me.
okay.
I think it was me. I think I know what you're talking about, and I want to say it was like a fungus.
Yeah. Actually, it was. It like crushed it or something. Like rendered it
It was-
unusable.
It was a spore, and the point of it was to be crushed, but you didn't realize that the point of it was to be crushed. Yeah, I'm almost positive that's what it was, and a big part of that was like, I'm misremembering. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I'm pretty sure it was me. I don't know. I have to trust my past self. I can't offer any explanation. I'm sorry. But who knows? Maybe I'd roll it differently these days.
Was it the spore that like brought me into that alternate like place or whatever? Like,
No, because I want to say contact with that happened in the abyss when you walked through a
Wasn't it in
certain.
that cave that was
Yeah.
covered and riddled with fungi?
It was the
the
it was in
talking
the
shit.
abyss.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't know if it paralyzed us or did something, but it was pretty bad.
There was a cave that was more like a dark. This is kind of off topic for the game, but there was a cave where there was more like dark face stuff, and there was like a bunch of fungus there. But particularly where Lance encountered that
Not Lance,
time traveling
Torvald.
or Torvald encountered that time traveling fungus. That was down in the abyss. That was actually a major plot point that it was down there in the
That
abyss.
place. That place was awful. I hate it.
Place was an experience.
That place broke Torvald.
Oh,
It
jeez.
completely destroyed him.
Oh, jeez. Well, anyways, Lance will be able to make a functional pot. It may not be the prettiest thing in the world, Ekko, but I would allow you to make checks later on to continuously improve upon it however you wish. Make it like a +1 pot, which would actually be kind of cool. Like plus mundane items, you know? But yes, that will take continuous efforts from Lance. Not a whole lot. It's fairly simple. But yeah, you think you could probably do it in like 2 productive nights, Lance.
Alright. We can start now by building the frame.
Okay, yeah. Y'all want to roll for projects?
Can
Yeah,
I
go
assist
ahead
him
and do that.
any way I can?
Yeah, if you want, you can definitely assist him.
Well, it's just anything. He needs something held. He needs something in place. Whatever he needs, I'm gonna be helping.
So that would just allow him to roll at advantage, basically.
Awesome.
I'm not proficient in... No, I'm not proficient in Tinkerers, I'm pretty sure.
Wait a minute.
You are as part of your background.
Background. Where's background?
Yeah, to actually like work with the metal and create the pot.
It just says I'm hired blade as background. I don't see anything about...
Yeah, but you are Louise Rivers' brother.
Oh, I forgot that's in this timeline too. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Side tangent. Is this Final Fantasy VIII music in the background? I've been wondering that for a minute.
Rivers. Oh shit. Unless I'm like misremembering that name. This is, you probably heard this because it's Stardew Valley.
Yeah, that would be why. I'm like, this sounds so familiar, but I can't remember what it's from.
Yeah, you probably heard it. This was also the music of Torvald's village in Scotty.
Oh, oh yeah. Before it got completely destroyed.
Luis Rivers, rip. Except she's not going to.
So,
Hold on, I'm looking at. Okay, so Tinker's Tools proficiency. I'll roll 2d20 in that case. No, I didn't mean to roll 12d20. God damn it. Alright, just take the first two, I guess. Nat 1 and a 7.
Oh no.
It looks
well,
like
you gotta start somewhere.
it looks like a car muffler.
It ended up being just a little bit trickier than you would.
You're tired from nearly dying.
But you know, you got that out of your way. Surely, over the next couple of nights, your good luck will more than make up for it. Fingers crossed and whatnot. So Ekko, you will be assisting Lantz. Isadora, what would you like to work on?
Well, I mean, I feel like honestly, like after harvesting and getting beat, you probably just want to go to sleep. But, I guess instead of a project, because she is tired and she's just gonna spend, while it's vivid in her mind, she's just gonna spend her evening writing down like what happened in the battle and what she noticed from it being attacked and like the consistency of its blood and just like all sorts of notes that she can document.
Okay. So y'all just see Isadora like scribbling by the fire as the two of you are working on fabricating your bits of metal.
I'll pull out a little stone and set it next to me, and I'll tap it, and it's gonna illuminate a little bit more, like 5 feet to give me.
Okay, got a
Give
little
me.
glowstone.
Well, yeah.
Okay, very bougie.
Very what?
Bougie.
What the fuck is that?
You never
Like
heard of the term
hipster.
bougie?
No.
It's like ritzy,
Fancy.
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 Oh,
yeah.
is it the bourgeois name?
Kinda,
Mhm.
yeah. It's like as
Well, I
if.
mean,
If like
I'm
I'm
making it.
saying it wrong, like Burgess or Borges or whatever.
It's how it's spelled, yeah. It's
Bourgeoisie,
bourgeois.
whatever that is.
Oh,
Bourgeois.
okay.
Bourgeois, yeah.
Like a grandeur, yeah.
So it's like, damn, y'all fancy. So when you say
Love,
someone's
love.
being bougie, like y'all being bougie bitches, like it means like
Yeah, it's fancy.
it's like y'all being
Fancy to an
fancy.
extra level.
Yeah, exactly.
Bougie. Ugh, I don't like it. It sounds just so out of place compared to the rest of the sentence.
It's
Well-
one of my artificer inventions that I get at like 3rd level or something. I get 4 items that do things like record noise and emit it or whatever, and this one happens to make light.
Yeah, what are your other ones?
I
What
will
are
have
your
to look it up.
infusions?
One, I can record a message and have it play back. I know one has something to do with images. Give me 1 second.
If you want to spice up some of those mundane effects, let me know because I know they give y'all like kind of some like super chill ones. But I think it'd be cool if you like built on those and made them better over time, something like that.
I'm gonna stop the recording here unless we have more to do.
Okay, no, that's about it. That was good. We got good amount of RP in.